When I first read Brothers, I thought it was a really powerful story. And I read the script and then also watched the original film. And, I just thought it was very powerful, and I thought that our take on it could highlight an issue that I think doesn't get as much attention as I'd like to see it get. So I thought that in that way it was a great opportunity to do something in an area that could do some good in terms of spreading some awareness or getting people to notice or listen or pay attention. It's something that we expect these people to do. We're grateful to them, and I think have, revere them and really respect what they're doing. At the same time, when they come home, I think that there needs to be more care and attention for what's happened, because a lot of people come back with life-changing injuries or psychological injuries, PTSD, that sort of thing. And certainly I can understand from doing research and just hearing about stuff and reading stories that, the kind of things you experience is going to change your worldview. It's going to change how you see the world and how you relate to people. And, they're coming back home with a point of view and a feeling, I think, that it's difficult for other people to understand them or their point of view anymore. I'm the brother who on the surface has everything together. I've got the family and the kids, and I have a career, and I'm serving my country, and I've always been the good brother, so to speak. And Jake has always been the one causing some trouble. And I think that on the surface it's like that, but I also think my character is fairly damaged, and I think we come from a dysfunctional home. There's suggestion of alcoholism, and I feel like my character is really tightly wound, and my injuries are beneath the surface. It's, my life looks okay, but really I'm a really tense, high-strung guy that is not doing that well. I have to do a lot of research when I'm doing something, and so, I spent time at a Marine base and then at an Army base, and spent time with some of the guys going through some of the training stuff, and then also talking to them about their lives and reading up on people's specific experiences, and then going into people who've suffered injuries and traumas and watched some programs in regards to that stuff. And it's a pretty intense world. That was rough. I got up, it was like my first day in New Mexico, and where I went, it was, I forgot what the altitude was, but it was at a decent elevation, decent altitude, and the test was at like 5:30 in the morning, and you have to run a couple miles and do sit-ups and push-ups and whatever else we had to do. And I was exhausted. I'd just gotten over being like having a cold, and I woke up and didn't get much sleep, and the altitude, and then I like ate right before I went, so I was like nauseous through the whole thing and really wanting to hold my own with the guys, and so I just sort of suffered through that PT test. But it was all right. I'd like to do it again just so I could prove myself better. But I hung in there anyways. I didn't do too bad. Jake Gyllenhaal plays my brother, and Jake's a really talented guy. It's really fun to watch somebody who has a lot of talent create their character and watch it start to come to life. I remember, particularly in the first couple of scenes, really appreciating the work that he had done. You know, you could tell that he really was bringing a lot to the role, and you know, it was great to work with him.